Fame has also this great drawback, that if we pursue it, we must direct our lives so as to please the fancy of men. Baruch Spinoza. Freedom is absolutely necessary for the progress in science and the liberal arts. Baruch Spinoza. Whatsoever is in God, and without God nothing can be, or be conceived. Baruch Spinoza. Nothing exists from whose nature some effect does not follow. Baruch Spinoza. Blessedness is not the reward of virtue, but virtue itself. Baruch Spinoza. Whatsoever is contrary to nature is contrary to reason, and whatsoever is contrary to reason is absurd. Baruch Spinoza. Fear cannot be without hope, nor hope without fear. Baruch Spinoza. All happiness or unhappiness solely depends upon the quality of the object to which we are attached by love. Baruch Spinoza. I call him free who is led solely by reason. Baruch Spinoza. If you want the present to be different from the past, study the past. Men govern nothing with more difficulty than their tongues, and can moderate their desires more than their words. He alone is free who lives with free consent under the entire guidance of reason. Baruch Spinoza. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. Baruch Spinoza. Sin cannot be conceived in a natural state, but only in a civil state, where it is decreed by common consent what is good or bad. Baruch Spinoza. None are more taken in by flattery than the proud, who wish to be the first and are not. Baruch Spinoza. To give aid to every poor man is far beyond the reach and power of every man. Care of the poor is incumbent on society as a whole. I do not know how to teach philosophy without becoming a disturber of established religion. Desire is the very essence of man. Baruch Spinoza. For peace is not mere absence of war, but is a virtue that springs from a state of mind, a disposition for benevolence, confidence, justice. Baruch Spinoza. Only that thing is free which exists by the necessities of its own nature, and is determined in its actions by itself alone. Baruch Spinoza. Peace is not the absence of war, but a virtue based on strength of character. Baruch Spinoza. Ambition is the immoderate desire for power. Baruch Spinoza. I have made a ceaseless effort not to ridicule, not to bewail, not to scorn human actions, but to understand them. Baruch Spinoza. Be not astonished at new ideas, for it is well known to you that a thing does not therefore cease to be true because it is not accepted by many. Baruch Spinoza. All noble things are as difficult as they are rare. Baruch Spinoza. It may easily come to pass that a vain man may become proud and imagine himself pleasing to all when he is in reality a universal nuisance. Baruch Spinoza. True virtue is life under the direction of reason. Baruch Spinoza. Self-complacency is pleasure accompanied by the idea of oneself as cause. Baruch Spinoza. Nothing in the universe is contingent, But all things are conditioned to exist and operate in a particular manner by the necessity of the divine nature. Baruch Spinoza. All things excellent are as difficult as they are rare. Baruch Spinoza. How would it be possible if salvation were ready to our hand, and could without great labor be found, that it should be by almost all men neglected? But all things excellent are as difficult as they are rare. Baruch Spinoza. The endeavor to understand is the first and only basis of virtue. Baruch Spinoza. Peace is not an absence of war, it is a virtue, a state of mind, a disposition for benevolence, confidence, justice. Baruch Spinoza. I have striven not to laugh at human actions, not to weep at them, nor to hate them, but to understand them. Baruch Spinoza.